Hi, everybody. This week, we're zooming into SEMICON West and having conversations with members of the 3D Insights community. Today, I'm speaking with Ola Tiverman of Smoltek. The company's based in Sweden, and they're pioneering carbon nanotechnology for a new wave of heterogeneous integration and advanced semiconductor packaging, which, as you know, is right in our wheelhouse. Hi, Ola. How are you?
Hello, Francois. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for joining us today. How are things going at Smoltek?
Yeah, they're going well. We have the COVID-19 crisis globally that affects everyone, but so far so good. We have not been hit with the staff, and we seem to be doing well with the customers and progress as well. So,
well, that is good news. It's nice to hear some good news about that. So tell me a little bit about Smoltek and how it got its start.
Yeah, so it was founded by Dr. Shafiq Kabir and in Gothenburg, Sweden, second city of Sweden. We are specializing in carbon nanostructures, such as carbon nanofibers, carbon nanotubes, and controlling how to grow these structures in our process chambers. That's our specialty. And we and we have looked at different applications for this technology over the years. So spanning from optical, thermal dissipation, interconnect, and non-imprint lithography.
Okay.
And supercaps and solid state capacitors. Yeah.
Okay, and this is all in the packaging space.
Yeah, it's always been for that. Yes, yeah. For the miniaturization.
Okay, awesome. So
maybe
now you. Okay, so now you participate in a lot of conferences. You're attending the virtual SEMICON West, and you recently presented a paper at ECTC 2020, which was one of the first to go to virtual. What did you think of the transition? How did that work out for you as a presenter?
Yeah, first, we actually presented 2 papers this year at ECTC. Yeah, and we were frequent participants to ECTC and other conferences, as you say. How did it work with online? I'm very glad that it's was allowed for a bigger audience. Everyone can you see the presentations, so that's extremely good for us. I mean, we can reach a bigger audience.
Yeah.
Then of course it is. It doesn't compare with going there, meeting with people, networking, and so on. So that's of course the downside. But you have to accept the situation.
Yeah.
Let's hope we go back to normal fairly soon.
And hopefully next year we'll be meeting in San Diego at ECTC, which is my favorite location for it anyway, so that's great. So let's talk a little bit about the technology. Now, I think I first became aware of Smoltek, and it was a directed self-assembly for interconnect technology. And this was, I don't know, maybe it was in San Diego. I do remember that. So it was like either 6 or 9 years ago. Now your focus is on thin capacitors. So can you explain the evolution of, how you got there?
Yeah, so it's been a long ride. And first of all, I've been with the company as only for 3 years or so. Okay. So that was before my time. Okay. The technology that we had, as I mentioned, the carbon nanofibers, carbon nanotubes, vertically aligned and controlled growth of these materials. We have looked at a number of promising applications for this technology, as I mentioned, from interconnect, thermal, optical, non-imprint lithography, and supercapacitors, and solid state capacitors. So it's been a wide range. So super cool technology can be used for many things. But we also need to look at the business side of things.
Right, okay.
Technology is wonderful. It can do many things. Business-wise, you need to focus on the problem to solve.
Right.
And we selected, or basically our customers, the market selected for us the solid state capacitor. That was where we had got the best resonance or sparked the strongest interest from the customers to do smaller and thinner capacitors.
And now, why are these critical to 2.5D and 3D packaging?
So there are many reasons for that, but I guess that they all boil down to miniaturization of electronic devices to begin with. And by having extremely low profile or low height thin capacitors that can be placed much closer to the active die in the packaging solutions, that means that you can reduce the size of the package and the device itself. It will improve the performance since you have a lower voltage and so on. You need to have the decoupling capacitors closer to the die. And we also think that not only can you reduce the need for bulky MLCC capacitors around in the device, it will also be possible to reduce on-die capacitors and in-die capacitors, since we can have a thin capacitor very close to the surface, and thereby you will free up very valuable real estate in the logic die itself.
Interesting.
So all customers ask for this. It feels fantastic.
Well, that's exciting for you guys. Now you have at this point 59 patents that have been granted. So can you explain the business model and maybe talk about recent developments?
Yeah. So the business model is the technology licensing technology. So at Smoltek we research and innovate and create IP that we license, and this is something that we continue to do all the time to improve and create more and more added value to this industry. And the fulfillment of those innovations will be from our customers. It will not be ourselves doing that more than for demonstration purposes.
Okay, so you license the technology. Is it a technology transfer license or is it just a straight license?
No, we call it just a technology license. So it's bundled a lot of things, but it's know-how, it's technology transfer, a lot of knobs to tune that. And we do have on this side two recent technology evaluation licenses with two of the top 10 capacitor manufacturers in the world. So to produce these thin capacitors, so that's a very important milestone for us. Yeah, it's a milestone. It's a proof point for this technology, and it's also two really great companies to work with, and they both plan to move this into production and have a production license. Okay,
excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that. Where can people go to find out more?
Yeah, so the webpage, of course, smoltek.com. If anyone is interested, email me at ola@smoltek.com, OLA. You can also follow us on. Sorry?
I said that's easy to remember, OLA@smoltek.com. That's SMOLTEK.com.
That's right, yeah, that's a hard one. And then we are on LinkedIn and Twitter.
Okay, awesome.
And you can visit us in this conference, of course.
You can visit this by watching the video on the 3D Insights, which they'll be doing right now. So anyhow, so thank you so much for joining us today. It's been great chatting with you. And to the rest of the audience watching this video, thank you for stopping by the 3D Insights booth at Virtual SEMICON West. Don't forget to sign up to receive a print issue of our yearbook and subscribe to our e-newsletter. And enjoy the rest of your time at Virtual SEMICON West.
Thank you.
Thank you.